day 27, and it's safe to say that we are feeling the drought. Well, speaking for myself, I'm feeling the drought. Nintendo just came in, dropped the Paper Mario trailer, and left without a trace. The Paper Mario fanbase now waits anxiously to see what the next installment will give us. Will we get the game we have been waiting for since the 1000-year door ended? Or will it fall flat and not meet the expectations of the majority? Looking at the Origami King, it seems like it is shaking up the gameplay dynamics that was usual in previous Paper Mario games. However, there are several returning gameplay mechanics that, based on which side of the argument you are on, could be a good thing or a bad thing. But before we get into that, I want to thank everyone for all the support. You guys have been awesome with the feedback and discussion. I took what you guys said and hopefully answered some of your questions with this video. I also want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I told myself that if I reach this milestone, I'd invest a little more into my channel to continue giving you guys the best content possible. So if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to be part of this growing channel. With that said, let's get started. So in Color Splash, we were tasked with repainting all of the world with Mario's paint hammer, which to me and to many was a very tedious and unrewarding job. In the Origami King, we have found out that Mario is going to be able to throw confetti at some points in the game. It has also been speculated that this icon of a bag we see below Mario's HP demonstrates how much confetti we currently have, which unlike the paint meter we had in Color Splash, it doesn't do a good job at informing us how much confetti we currently have. Here we also see a paper mache Goomba eating a building and what seems to be confetti on his mouth. Now if all these cutouts we see on the floor are the result of enemies eating out the land, then maybe the way to return the land back to normal is by sprinkling a little confetti back on it. If this is the case, count me out. The Mushroom Kingdom can remain half-eaten. Like I said before, I see no real reward in these tasks unless they really change up the mechanic in the Origami King. There is hope, however. The only instance we see that we can throw confetti is in this boat ride clip. Unless the confetti is being used for something completely different. At this point, only time will tell. Then we have the high coin count. Now I feel this isn't a big deal, but man, this is a pet peeve of mine. Why are these coin amounts so high? Is Mario looking to put a down payment on a house or something? Or has the Mushroom Kingdom's currency worth really suffered that much throughout the years? Princess Peach should really learn how to delegate responsibility to people that can make better financial decisions, since the worth of one coin is basically nothing. On a more serious side, in Color Splash we also saw this high coin count, but there really wasn't any need for coins besides to buy extra cards or to participate in Rochambeau. There does, however, seem to be some light in this dark endless coin tunnel. In the Origami King, during the battle we see that you can use coins to gain extra time, which may be needed to carefully plan strategic attacks. Maybe you can also use the coins to give you extra ring turns to create even longer attacks in this turn-based combat. There's definitely a pun somewhere there, but I won't do that to you guys. And with the translated battle clip, we also see the return of items, which is another reason to use coins. And this is just my wishful thinking, but let's bring back inns, or why stop there? Amp it up and make them all luxurious 5-star hotels, like the one in Poshley Heights. But taking inflation into account, make them 1,000 coins a night. And my final hope to balance out the high coin count would be Purchasable Gear. This gear could give you special abilities during battle, or even outside in the overworld. Now I don't know how likely this is, but they could work something out. Maybe some type of badges that you could equip? I don't know. It's just some crazy thoughts I have. Now, onto what I'm really looking forward to in the Origami King. In the previous Paper Mario games, Sticker Star and Color Splash, the way that Mario travels from one area of the world to another is through a world map, kind of like what we see in Super Mario Bros. 3. From the Origami King trailer and images that have been flowing around the internet, I believe it's safe to say that we have returned to a connected world like we saw in Paper Mario 64 and the 1000-year door. Even though one could argue that the cutscenes of the Cheep Cheep blimp flying you to Glitzville or the steam train taking you to Mount Rugged take away from the world's connectivity, I personally prefer this kind of world building as the world feels more alive and whole over the feeling of playing levels that I will most likely never come back to. Now in Paper Mario 64 and the 1000-year door, we have a prologue, 7 chapters, and the final boss. In the Origami King, we seem to also have a prologue that takes place in Princess Peach's castle, and then we have 5 quote-unquote chapters, with a possible 6, or the 6th being the final boss chapter. Now you would think that it being 5 or 6 chapters would make it a shorter game than Paper Mario 64 or the Thousand Year Door. However, I believe we will be revisiting these worlds at different times of the game to further continue the story. What makes me believe this is the emphasis they are putting on the warp pipes. In previous games, warp pipes that transported you to a different area were very generic, with the exception of them being all blue. However, this time around, they are shown with much greater detail, being each a different color and numbered as well. There also seems to be a bigger emphasis on the room as they are all grouped together. As I previously stated, maybe you will return to the different worlds as they are recovering from the evil that once roamed their lands. Or it could be the case that these different worlds that we will travel to are that much more expansive. Not just in a squared area kind of talk, but with the locations that are found within them. Taking this thought along with the fact that since the release of the Switch, Nintendo has really upped the world factor on all their major games they have released so far. Let's hope this trend continues with the Origami King and it becomes the longest Paper Mario game to date. Not in a romantic way, but in a calendar way. I'm sure you guys understood. And finally, we have the Origami King's hottest topic, partners. Now, like everyone, I want the classic partner system to return. But from what we have seen, there isn't anything that points us in that direction. The only time we see a partner in battle with Mario is the Toad from the Chinese trailer, and even then, we saw no battling from it. The possibilities of partners does increase when we see Bob-omb and Kamek traveling alongside with Mario. And we can rule out that the partners will just follow us for one world, as we see Bob-omb in the world with the blue ribbon and the world with the magenta ribbon. So what does that leave us with? Well, here are my realistic thoughts that won't get my hopes up too high. I believe these partners are going to be overworld and battle support characters. What this means is that in the overworld, Bob-omb would be used like the previous bomb characters to blow up random objects that obscure your way or that hide secret pathways. During battle, they would support Mario by either granting him more health, boosting up his attack or defense, or maybe a tattle-like ability to show enemies health. This is my take on what I believe these characters that follow you will be able to do. I really do hope that we get partners that fight alongside Mario against a cluster of origami enemies. However, that seems to be a long stretch given what we have seen. But, you know, I still got my fingers crossed. There are many other game mechanics that are returning, but in my opinion, these are the big ones that will make a greater impact on the game's experience. If there's something I left out that you believe is important, or want to add on to anything I said, let me know in the comments. I've been thoroughly enjoying the discussion you guys have been bringing. I'm Ace Monkey, have a great day, and thanks for watching.